beautiful fish. I want to know a little more, but I want to let her go. I don't want her to have very much stress. There she goes.
Awesome job.
All right, we're driving at nighttime, but it's not really nighttime. It's just the winter time when it gets dark at like 4 o'clock or something like that. But we're headed to the Lake Ontario area, Oswego County, just outside of Pulaski. On the Salmon River is the Tailwater Lodge in Altmar, and we are going steelhead fishing tomorrow with a captain. I've never fished for steelhead before, so we're gonna learn all about it. But it's gonna be so cold tomorrow. The challenge is gonna be to catch a fish and not die of the cold. So let's do this together. Half the fun of a fishing trip or hunting trip is getting to the grocery store, getting some grub. And I'm just starting to realize as I'm buying this stuff, because he said bring lunch, and I'm like, probably old now. Not candy, chips. I've got mangoes, pineapple, olives. Oh yes, olives. Prosciutto wrapped cheese. Why not? We're doing it. All right, we made it to the Tailwater Lodge. There's a lot of different lodging opportunities in Oswego County, so you'll have tons of options when you get here. I got my snacks for tomorrow because we're gonna have lunch right on the water, and I brought my warmest bibs because they said dress in layers. It's supposed to be really cold, so I'm looking forward to this. So if you're anywhere near the Tailwater Lodge, whether you're staying here or not, come to the restaurant. Their food is fantastic. I'm gonna dig in. I ordered fish, so I'm gonna dig right in. All right, well, it's ungodly early, but you know what they say, the early bird gets the worm, and then that worm gets you a fish. So one of the things about this area that's particularly unique is that there are so many good captains that you can hire. If you haven't done something before, you can hire a captain. He's gonna take us out in a drift boat, but more importantly for me, he's gonna get all the equipment, show us the bait, everything that we need. So all I have to do is show up. So it's a perfect way to fish for a new species that you haven't fished for before. So we're at Fat Nancy's tackle shop here this morning. We're like basically right in the heart of Pulaski, just getting ready to head out on the water. But this is a perfect place if you need anything, or if you're even gonna find something you didn't know you needed. I'm just like browsing around like a kid in a candy shop.
We're off. Let's go, guys. Let's go, Josiah.
This is amazing. Here we are. It's about what, 7 a.m. Salmon River. About to go drifting our cares away. Oh, first punt of the day. This your first time? What's the ecology of the river like? Like with all of the crush that happens here, the stewards of the river versus the consumer, like how does that all shake out for river quality?
I mean, the biggest thing here is the New York State DEC has done an incredible job, always trying to keep their finger on the pulse here, try and make sure they maintain a really high quality level of fishing. The bobber shows you the tip of the float does the exact opposite of what the bait's doing.
Okay.
So if the float's like this, your bait's right, on the surface below it. Now vice versa, if it's like this, it's getting pulled through there. So the way we're going to actually fish here is you're going to throw this out here into the current, into that bubble line, and see how the float's nice and straight up and down. Mm-hmm. That's what we're looking for. So I'm actually fishing with the bail open. Line, lift it up. There you go. Now let it drift again.
The best way to...
You're fine. No, just wait. Up and steady. Yep, just let them pull. Go with your rod to the left. Rod to the left. There you go. We want to try and bring them over into this full water. You make a bibby. Keep your rod by the water, Josiah, but keep it bent. Perfect. Oh, he's gone.
All right, well, that was a pretty cool first attempt. Gonna pick it up piece by piece here.
So if you keep the rod down, it sort of keeps him in the water a little bit more, okay?
So I'm basically keeping the rod down,
but
pulling him a little,
back.
reeling a little,
so
pulling a little.
Back, and
okay.
Then reel the... Reel towards the fish. Try to, yep, perfect. You want to try and eliminate the slack line as you go down.
Got it.
Reel, 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 reel. Yep, perfect.
Just easing them up the river. Woo. Yes, sir. All right, very good, very good. This is what it's all about, being able to actually catch a steelhead out here. It's snowing, it's winter, but I'm toasty warm. This has just made it even better. This is what it's all about.
Josiah, congratulations. Beautiful fish, my man. Awesome.
Great.
Let's see if we can get another one.
All right, let's do it.
We had a couple fish on back there. We're just going to move downriver and see if we can find a couple more. You know, sometimes changing spots, you know, works because you just cover new water and show the fish, you know, something they haven't seen yet in a new spot.
Works for me. Everything he said works for me. I mean, I've noticed that there's just not a lot of people out here, which is kind of seen a couple of fishermen here and there, but it's really pretty quiet, and that's really kind of enjoyable.
This time of year, the crowd definitely thins out, and it's a great time to experience the river for the first time because you don't have to, you know, worry about did I cast it too far and tangle up with another angler, and you just get more time to experience nature and more room to, you know, enjoy the fishing, you know, and not worry about the crowd or the other people around you.
So this is called Sherpa's Branch. It's a famous tree. They named it after me 11 minutes ago. See if I can get snagged on it. Not this time. So I don't own any of this equipment, obviously. I just drove up last night. I had a great dinner and a great night's sleep, and here I come out. Steve's got everything all set up. He's got the equipment, he knows the bait, he knows the spots. It's so accessible. I can just come here and do it and learn a completely new species to fish for and really, you know, widen my knowledge of a sport I don't know a lot about, but I love and I enjoy. So it's educational, it's experiential, and I'm outdoors. I love it. All right, there's another one. What a beautiful fish. That's a steelhead. And I'm going to talk to Steve a little bit more about what this breed is, but beautiful fish. I want to know a little more, but I want to let her go. I don't want her to have very much stress. There she goes.
Awesome job.
Nice. So that was epic. Tell us what a steelhead is. You know, this is a new fish for me, but it looks just like a trout.
So it is a trout.
Okay.
A steelhead is a lake run or ocean run rainbow trout. So sometimes when they get in the river, they get rainbow trout coloration, and when they're in the river. Now, when they're out in the open water, whether it's the lake or the ocean, for our specific fish, Lake Ontario is their ocean. So out in the lake, they're silver bottom with a black top because that's better camouflage out in the open water. When they get in the river, they want to be dark to blend in with the rocks and the sticks and the, you know, the river bottom. So that's when they start to turn darker. Tug Hill region, you know, Oswego County. This place is a very unique area, but we're fishing 12 months a year in this area. If you wanted to, you could come to Oswego County and fish from January to December. We're here in December. This will roll right into spring brown trout fishing out in the open water on Lake Ontario, out of, you know, any of the ports, Oswego, Port Ontario, Mexico Bay. All those areas are accessible in the early springtime for brown trout fishing. You know, then that transitions into the summer salmon fishing for king salmon and coho salmon, you know, to the fall staging run when they come right close to the Salmon River, Oswego River, you know, and then that rolls into the salmon tributary fishing. You know, so that's September, October, and then that turns right into steelhead season, and that goes all winter long. So truly, in Oswego County, there's 12-month fishing here. Whether it's for salmon, steelhead, brown trout, lake trout, smallmouth bass, you know, the fishing opportunities here are just endless. It's an incredible area if you're into outdoor activities and specifically fishing.
Nice. Woo! All right, this has been an awesome day here on the river. I always have thought of the Salmon River as the fall salmon run, but now we've got this is like November until when?
Late April, 12-month a year fishing in Oswego County, but steelhead fishing November through end of April.
Yeah, so this was a new experience. We are dropping a pin. One of New York's best experiences is steelhead fishing in Oswego County. I can't wait to see you on the next show. That is the Sherpa Show for today, and we will see you in the next destination. Thank you so much for your time, Stephen.